Good health to you.
그 읽는 법 배우고
I'd like to
싶습니다.
learn to read.
You? Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy.
All right.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces. If indeed time,
Here are your groschen.
then we may as well.
아니요, 그는 맹세에 깨트렸소. 그러나 불명예보다는 그 나을 것이요. 그가 자진 심장에 시킨 대로 하게 두시오. 공부하는 중 이틀 동안. 아, 빡친 공부였어. 이게 춘영이인가?
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting
공부하기
on.
싫다. 천천히
So.
어려워요.
Let's see you read a bit.
책을
There's a book
읽으라고요?
here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
어느 날 자진이 키우는 거위를 둥지에 가던 친구들끼리가 놓았고 뭐 어쩌저쩌 아무것도 없다. 이거 이 시기가 한국어인데? 이 정도면 작가는?
I've read the book.
Wonderful.
설명은 하얀 보이는 거 배웠습니다.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like,
Does that mean that I can read them?
yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words, now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. There's a book on the table with some text.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and that.
You're a clever...
Let's talk about.
Why not? See now.
검은 털락이 좀 있니? 우리 최선의 행감을 확인해보세요. 이거 어디? 주제만 공부하면 되겠지? 역시 나는 똑똑해. 맞다. 아니 물어봐야 될 거 있었는데?
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Must be that farmhand Lubosh. I don't know what the
Yeah,
hell
look
you'd
up
want him for.
That will cure all ailments, and onions that will make you cry when you cut them. Good health to you.
I'm looking for the local.
Has something hit you on the farewell?
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose.
나타이
Bastard
가는
has a
끝에
cottage on the edge of the
오던가?
village.
왜 그러는데?
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz.
근데 애들
I say
이름이
we don't want any of
그거네.
that kind of trouble
그
around
지역을
here.
따서
What makes you
이름을
think this has
하구나.
anything to do with Neuhof?
스칼리스
One
헨리잖아.
of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
왜? 아! 죽었구나.
Nothing's ever easy.
왜?
I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions.
그 약간 입막음 하려고 죽였나 봐.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now...
Ask away.
Who
어떤
was this
사람이냐?
Lubo?
He was a drunkard and a beast.
Have you noticed...
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like
Joy?
him suddenly started...
왜 그렇구나.
Do you know what Lub...
What do I care?
Do you know who...
He was always a loner, except lately he started talking to the
Do you know...
He was always a loner, except lately he started...
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend...
He was always...
That's all.
Goodbye.
키가 왜 이렇게 크냐? 여기야.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at
차인
Neuhof.
사건
Seems to be- Can I
조사입니다.
ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he...
Bit of a lost soul.
Did you notice him?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been...
That's really not...
I'm sorry to hear.
Do you know what Lubosh was...
Unfortunately,
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows
금지
more
않으세요?
important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God.
Father, surely you can't be serious.
There are things that apply...
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can. Because if I...
Father, Lubosh, if I don't find out...
I wouldn't. Suppose we talk...
All right?
God be with you. I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my...
스칼렛이
I'm from
왔습니다.
Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle.
대부분이 아
Parents,
인도.
the girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do.
후마이야.
I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans. They almost killed me.
My poor child. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice. Now the most important thing. What actually happened?
The rumours aren't exaggerated. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only... I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled them.
I see it's every bit. Well then.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn. Well, we've had an agreement. So, about this confessional seal.
Do you... Henry, that's not how it works. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed...
그러면 저는 더 이상 방법이 없어요.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubos told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try...
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells...
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. It has to be something
그래도
top.
힌트 알려준다고 하냐. 교회 성사는 얘기해야 할 수 없으니까. 나 직업적으로 특출하네. 이런.
Especially if they're about foreign. Well, I hear he always has a... I'm thinking...
What's so amazing?
The preaching, the lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning
직장에
has
너무
turned to poison.
들어가지고.
And nearly the... Just like a flock of hungry... They know no mercy. You want to baptize a child? Hey. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay with such money while Jesus Christ walked? Look to your... Amen!
Well, this Jan Hus character is...
Oh,
I don't doubt...
Let's drink.
Funny.
What do you mean? I'm one with them and...
방탄.
What do you think of...
He's certainly a wise man. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look...
Where can I find...
You like it?
Here.
Don't you think it...
No,
What do the common...
They like it. In a few years...
Yeah, unless they...
Nonsense.
I'll bring it right away.
Thanks for this...
What do you suppose?
Ah, that sounds like a...
I knew you wouldn't
너무
let me
술도 안
down.
먹고 간다고? 먹고 가야지. 아, 한잔해. 한잔하게 자네. 숙박비도 아끼네 이거. 뭐야? 뭐지? 이게 먹어도 되나 싶어. 이 사람 나쁜 사람도 아니니까. 야, 도박도 안 해. 아니 도박이 아니 주작이야. 아 뭐야, 엉덩이 좀 쳐?
Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
싸운다고요?
Dopo dale!
Gotcha.
Baxter, get your pendants now. Take that.
That's the best you can do. I'll send you straight to hell.
So, my dear, would you like to have a little ring on the bell? No sooner said than done.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself. Here we are. Look at this beauty.
완전 섹시.
We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
아이고 아이고.
Come here. Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
아니 여자 주인공가 있는데 동상을 떼고 왔어. 안돼, 니야, 내가 널 좋아했는데 이 잉크스 얘기잖아. 아, 근데 이 할아버지가 아는 게 너무 많아가지고 단초여가지고 어쩔 수 없었어.
Do you hear me?
이분이 안 알려주면 답이 없어가지고. 아, 어떡해.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on my head. Oh, my guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something.
야, 괜히 여기로 갔나? 약간 저녁에 만나자고 할까 그냥. 아니, 그냥 술 안 먹는다고 했으면 안 먹고 끝냈을 텐데.
Oh shit! I have to say mass. I gotta say mass.
미자 올려야 된다고?
You have to help me.
Oh, you're the priest. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh.
뭐지?
How about this?
로봇이 신고 알려준대.
I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
아.
No, neither.
What do you want me to do?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You no need.
Christ almighty.
Wonderful.
한판 하였다.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill pole.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
open it now, he'll throw up.
I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters,
어떡해.
you may have had the honor
저 여자가 나랑 같이 한 밤을
Henry
보냈어.
from Skalitz, who's here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
동네에서 소문이 나버렸어.
Brothers and sisters in Christ, I would like to talk to you about our Holy Mother Church and what iniquities it's declining into.
Boy has a cheek.
Just as we are commanded to obey the priests in matters of virtue, so are we commanded to defy them face to face if they live contrary to God's commandments.
Hear that, Godwin?
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame? Shame upon them.
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church?
Oh, funny.
Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head.
Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
God sees what is blessed are the shepherds.
Aye, all...
That is all I heard.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
뭐야?
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver tongue.
고두인이 나랑 같이 있던 애여가지고 비판하면 안 돼. 됐다. 성공했다.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs.
아, 처음에는 뭔가 손짓자였더니 왜 죽일 줄 몰랐구나.
But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
아, 근데 얘...
I don't doubt it.
아니, 얘 아직 그...
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least, you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me. I can explain. I won't tell anyone. I swear, I've no one to tell anyway. Just please don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Huh. Then who are you?
That's not important. The important thing is we have a common foe.
Considering all the enemies I have, the odds of that are pretty high.
I'm talking about the gang that raided the Neuhof stud farm. I know you were there.
I was, but I've got nothing in common with those bastards.
I'll take your word for it, providing you tell me what you know.
I don't know why you should care. If it keeps my neck out of the noose, I'll spill the beans.
That Neuhoff raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We were up to it to grab some loot and
런튼
bugger off.
살인마가
Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There were two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal, but they wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you realised what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing, even though we were going to Neuhoff. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they were cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Their horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I knew I'd better keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was going to kill anything that moved, then we knew there was no going back.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. None of their faces was familiar.
그때 내가 검
The only thing I
뺏긴
know is they
여적이니.
called that huge chief of theirs Runt, and Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid?
On the way to Neuhoff, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they've gone now.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination.
Tell me exactly how the raid...
Well, we stormed in from the... Meanwhile, me and Limpy...
What did you find?
Smill, Sir Hanish's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took... Then it all fell apart at the seams. Quicker than you'd believe.
And it wasn't?
No!
What happened then?
I'm gaping it. So, we caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. Limpy grabs it off in the end.
What happened after?
We were waiting for that fool, Timmy. Stupid fucking idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind.
There was some dip.
You could say that, yeah. They started on us, right? They started.
Runt?
One of the...
Who got your two...
Pius. He comes to us and... That was a big deal.
So Pius... That gang of...
Don't know what you want to know. There was...
I'm sure you did miss...
Pius. He was the oldest and he'd mostly find the job.
What about the others?
Timmy's strong.
Where did the rest of your...
You saw Limp?
Yes.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished.
Which mill?
The windmill a bit north of Neuhoff.
That's all I need to know.
Well?
Hey!
뭐야?
It's up the hill. Shh. Jay, found the cave. Shut up. You'll hear.
Oh shit. Runt's people. We've got to get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Fuck!
At least they don't know I'm here. The two of us can take them by surprise.
No fucking way. I'm gone.
Look here. If you run, they'll catch up with you and kill you. And me too. Together, we stand a better chance.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. I suppose you're right.
근데 나 반패 안 꺼내는데? 미친. 반패가 없으면 안 되는데? 잠깐만.
Don't think you can fight me and live!
You're dead!
Fucker!
아, 힘들다. 괜찮아.
I've got some more questions.
What?
You're coming with me. So Radzig and...
Don't suppose...
Why should I?
I didn't do nothing.
It might be best if you disappeared. You're no use to me anymore anyway.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Best just try.
I'll do my best.
Good day to you.
I'd like...
Uh-huh.
I'd like,
2명 정도 여자는?
That can be arranged.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll be... Good luck.
한열 당신이 새 삶을 만들어줄 겁니다. 이제 새 삶 됐어. 이 시즌 여기까지 하겠습니다. 뭐야? 늑탈. 난 호양이다. 2명이나 미쳤다. 이 주인공이 능력이 만만치 않네.
What else you?
Have you got a bed?
Aye, there's room here. Go along.
짬 차 있어요?
Just the one.
No problem.
Here you go.
You'll like it here.
Where do I go?
That's easy. As soon as you go indoors, at the end... May the Lord watch over you.
I'm looking...
I don't...
I'm here in the service of Sir Hanush.
Sir Hanush? Jesus Christ. It must be serious.
한이실 경험 팔아볼게요.
Alright, but no...
나의 야소미가 미쳤지? 여자 2명을 잡아들었더니 용맹함이 엄청 떴다고. 호가 뭐지? 매력이 플러스 2가 됐어.
Here I am. So,
What do you want from...
can you tell me where to find?
Promise me nothing will happen.
Why do you care?
He's my brother, and now there's some
동생이구나.
right peculiar characters looking for him.
Who are they?
I don't know. But I didn't tell them any...
That's good. But sooner or later they'll find him anyway.
He's hiding at the Colburn farm, over by Mergwyed.
아, 필리핀 농장이 처음했다고? 뭐야?
I get the feeling you're looking for someone. I'm looking for someone too.
I don't think so.
No?
Because I don't much like the look of you.
You or your cronies. And I don't like you breathing on me. I don't like the way you...
Well, well.
Well,
What have we got here?
look what's come crawling out, bringing us some rock.
Is that the best you can do?
You call that combat?
Where could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere.
어이? 바보야?
What's the matter? Come on.
도망가면 되나? 그러네. 굳이 잡을 필요가 있나?
What's going on? Yeah.
뭐야? 도망가. 응? 혼자 있네. 혼자 있으면 잡기 편하지.
Mother of God! Yo! Oh! Ow!
아 미친. 아! 끝내봤다 이씨.
Is that the best you can do? Ah! Right.
이렇게. 애들 다 갔어? 다 갔네. 뭐야 도망가면 되는 건가요? 도망가니까 다 없게 됐네?
Hey, Timmy.
I'm all right.
We have now.
Huh? Shit.
I saw what you did.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste your breath. You were there with Limpy Lubo.
What do you want?
Your mate Hinnock told me about a whole camp full of those horse huns.
Yeah, you might be one of them. Pretending.
Do I look like someone who goes around hunting down half-wits for pleasure?
No. I don't know where.
이제 편하다. 대야가 얘가 얘 싸움 엄청 잘하구나.
Hinnock told me you were there and that Pius warned you to keep your mouth shut. You must know something.
Well, once I...
Try.
It was in the woods. A church. There was...
Oh, great. Thanks a lot.
It was straight north for... If you go... You keep...
Better than nothing.
But you won't tell...
No, don't worry.
Thanks.
That girl at the window.
Hi. Merker.
She told me you're as thick as a fence post. And
Did she?
아들 병이 있구나. 아들식 병이.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A가 맞나? 이 A. 아, 자고 계시구나.
Greetings.
About that
What is it?
I found out about the camp from another of the bandits who deserted.
Good work, lad. Have you been to check it out? Do you...
I don't know much apart from where it is.
We really need to find out more. And if you could carry out some sabotage...
Certainly, sir.
That's what I like. You'll be our eyes and ears, lad.
I'll find out.
Take care now.
I have some new...
Good.
I went to Uzhit, where they told me I could find Lubosh. Only someone had murdered him.
Indeed.
I found out about another one of them. A crony of...
You're doing a good...
I'm afraid my new... This Riki fellow was hiding out in the woods. And his form... It seems they want... Those murdering whoresons weren't after loot.
Sacra.
That's all I found out.
All right. Take care now.
Yeah.
아, 여기 있었네. 체크해놔야겠다. 혹시나 죽으면.
Moat. It would take a while to get across, and there's nowhere to shelter from arrows. The stockade. A handful of men could hold it for quite a while.
God be...
I'm back from...
Excellent.
There's an overgrown...
That sounds like Pribyslavitz. He used to belong to Sir Divi. I was...
I tried to count...
And how many of them? Every man...
There's quite a few...
Perdition. We'll definitely need reinforcements.
I took a look at their arms and armor.
What about our...
There's a few of them and their position.
I don't like the sound of...
They're up to some...
Ladders? That sounds... On the other hand, we can use that to...
It's mostly bandits in the camp. They're not villagers with pitchforks, but not regular...
No more than I expect.
That's about all I saw.
That's all right.
No, sir.
아니에요, 못했어요.
Never mind. You did a good job anyway.
아, 챙겨주지 말래. 나 그것 때문에.
But now we must get ready to set out. I need you to go to Sir Divish in Talmberg.
You can rely on me, sir.
네, 맡겨주십시오.
Tell him to take all his men.
All right, I'll get going.
And be quick. We've no... Take care now.
God be with you, lad.
Sir Radzig sent me with an important message.
He needs more men?
The bandits and humans have set up camp in Pribyslavitz.
Hang on. Easy.
I managed to track down the camp. I don't know what they're up to.
So it's worse than I thought.
Sir Radzig said to take all your men.
What? Every...
There really are a lot of them, Sir Divish.
All right, then. Sir Radzig, would you lead my men there right now?
Yes, sir.
May God be... May the Lord watch...
전투 준비됐습니다.
I'm glad to see you, Cap.
He did, but I find it hard to believe.
We'll just have to find out. But I don't...
I agree entirely.
Right, lad.
Sir, that's a...
I asked you a question, boy. You've been there...
There are 3 ways to get in.
Let's start with the...
That path leads...
It's a good thing. What about the approach?
It's a long way through the woods, and there are patrols.
I thought so. What about the last approach?
It's narrow, all right, but once we get over, we can quit...
The battleground. It's not an easy
I try to answer to the best of my...
And you'll be suited. From what you... With the help of God... We'll approach from the south and storm them over the bridge. Form up. Forward march. Forward!
난 도끼다 이씨 무기가 없어가지고. 나 무기 어떻게 하지? 당근. 레고 저거 많이 깎였는데 이걸로 할 거구나, 그래도.
To the bridge, quickly! Get to the other side, as many of you as possible! Paul, stop where you are!
전투 뭐야 이거? 애들이 돈이 없네. 으아, 가자! 아이고, 나 한 대만. 다구에 장치 없지? 이때 검술 연습하기 딱 좋지. 아, 아이템에 눈이 너무 모아가지고. 애들 맞다. 내가 검 필요하지.
up now! No! Deal with those archers before we're all shot! Take down those archers, quickly! Get ready, men! This will be the toughest fight!
네. 전투가 좀 그렇긴 해서. 아 맞다 갑옷. 애들 갑옷 너무. 뗄 수 있을 때 열심히 떼어야 돼 이거.